with The Sims.
Yeah.
That I've been playing forever. Is when you garden, unless you hire a gardener, you're doing that for like ever.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you needing to come in for air right now? I'm gonna remove this door and yeah. Grab it up right now.
I mean,
You grab it.
the water was a big deal.
Water was a big deal. Like the beacon on this game, the jetpack on this game. I am excited to see the vehicle that they made for this game because we haven't checked that out yet.
Yeah.
And that would be handy if it has storage in it.
Yes.
Because that will make a big difference than just having the jetpack. Like the jetpack's awesome, you can fly around, get to wherever fast.
Right.
But if you have the vehicle and it has storage, when we're going out, especially when we get the miners going, and we're gathering a bunch of stuff at once, like that, or going to a ship, to have a place where we can drop off,
Yes.
so much easier.
Yeah.
So, go like that. Go like that. So, like that. Okay, the door's back on the thingy.
Okay.
Such technical terms. The thingy.
Well, yeah.
Okay, we are now at 3x3.
Huh?
Well, almost 3 by 3. Iron. This is titanium. Do we have another iron in here? Oh, I got it. Do you know how often I still hear the titanium song that Ellie used to listen to?
Yes.
Whenever we need titanium?
Yes.
Like, it clicks in my head, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I Susied again.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to go down to the other ship. Just a moment here. Birds. Okay, so which way do we want to go for our?
The heaters have to be inside.
Oh, the first ones, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't go outside until later on.
That's right.
Okay, I got 3x3.
Okay.
Which way do we want to go to make it a 4x?
When you're facing it,
Yeah.
to the left. Across.
Okay. Like the platforms are going to be 5x5.
Yeah. Yeah. However, we need to do
I
that.
think. Alright. I need to make water, I need to drink, and then I should go get food before I do anything else.
Oh no.
Did you?
Probably.
No, I did. We moved forward a thing so the builder isn't in the builder spot.
Oh.
And I got confused.
Well, we can tear it down and replace it.
Going to. Do you need anything out of it yet?
Nope. Not right now.
Okay. go build before I wind up. Okay, you put the heaters where I was gonna start putting the building stuff. That's fine.
Oh, sorry.
I'll just go to this side.
Do we have the ladder yet?
Not yet.
No, we have to screen up.
Yeah, I was gonna put the screens up here in a minute. I just have to take care of my health stuff first.
No.
You want me to die?
No.
I don't have life insurance, my dude.
You little legs. Whoa.
Hey, don't pick on the short people.
I love the spacesuits.
Okay. Alright.
We have to get food going.
What am I doing? Okay, I'm gonna go up and start building inside before we start expanding anymore, just so that we can get necessities up and going.
Yeah, I'm bringing as much as I can to our base.
Okay. I wish you could tear down that ship to get supplies.
Can we not? Oh.
Not the ship that we came in on.
Well, that sucks.
Yes. Set up a desk.
Yeah, you gonna put that in the back corner like we normally do?
I was gonna put it in the center so that we see it right as we're walking in.
Fair.
Although we're gonna wind up going over into one of the sides so that enough to have enough wall space, but we can always move that as we go up later.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to keep everything down on this first floor.
It would be really cool if they do like, I know that they have like a 4x4 and a 4x4 windowed, I think.
Yes.
But it'd be really cool if they had like a 4x4x2. And also it was like 2 floors.
Yeah.
4x4, so that like you had looked like you had space. Because I mean they did a really good job with their building. Like it feels like the characters fit in the space, and that's important.
Hold on one second. 3 silicon. 3 iron. Cobalt. Magnesium.
Trying to drop my can for you. So you need iron, cobalt, magnesium.
I got a cobalt.
Okay.
I got 2 cobalt some. But I need magnesium and iron.
Okay.
I got an iron.
I've got like 4 magnesium.
I got a magnesium. Got another iron. Great, I need more iron.
Let's see.
There we go.
I've got 3.
Yeah, I got it. Am I close enough? I'll make it. Yes. didn't want to take oxygen if I wound up being like right on the other side of this, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's so. Dang it. They don't fit side by side. That's thanks.
Yeah. Can you use a different table?
Wait.
Or pull them out a little bit away from the wall?
If I pull them out far enough and I start putting it like on the here,
Yeah,
it should work.
that's the idea.
Oops. As far as I can.
So, where did you get into gaming? Like, where did you lose your gaming finger?
Wow. That's one way to put it. I don't know.
Easy backpack.
I started playing games on regular Nintendo.
Yes.
With Dad.
Yeah.
But my grandfather was like the ultimate master of freaking. They look like they should fit. Sorry. Was the. You'll see it when you come in.
Yeah.
Was the ultimate master of Pac-Man.
Yep.
And like I need some more iron. And I used to love to watch him play. That's where I picked up my love for watching other people play games.
Yeah.
Was watching my grandfather play.
I think for a lot of people, like, the NES and Pac-Man are a really good jumping off point.
Like, Mario will always be special.
Absolutely.
Period. We're like 1.1 kilowatt consumption-wise, making too much, and it's just heaters, I think. Since we have multiple heaters up.
Yeah, we have four power, 4 heat, and we're about to have 4 grills. And then I'm gonna expand it. No, I remember when we got our first and it was great. I only had a couple games for it when we got it, and I never had that many. But our downstairs neighbor had 4 or 5, and we would trade back and forth.
We had the Nintendo, and then I want to say it was right after Pappy and Dad got divorced. Like, not right after, but wait a little bit, a few months afterwards, that Dad got the Super Nintendo. And with Dad working so many hours, trying just to keep things afloat and being a single parent, he didn't always get real quality time, and he was always exhausted working and raising me and taking care of the house.
Yeah.
At that point, I started helping out around the house, but like I was in daycare during the school year, before and after school, because he was working at least 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And by the time we came home, cooked, if I didn't already have my homework done, I did my homework after we ate dinner, or while he was cooking, depending on the night.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't much time left. And so when we did get to sit down and game, it was undivided time.
Yeah.
It was something we did together that was a break from all the other things.
Yeah. So it's a good core memory for you.
And we didn't argue, we didn't fight, there wasn't, all the other stuff in life didn't invade on that time. And I think that's where my love for gaming started, because it was escape from all the BS of life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And when I was real little, I had a really hard time reading, so like my love for reading I have now wasn't an option for an escape at that point, because I would flip words or flip letters in words because I had mild dyslexia.
Yeah.
And my brain would insert words that weren't there or take away words. So like reading and comprehension was a struggle for me. Where now I can spend, we won't even go into the hours reading.
Most of the day.
Like a comfy spot with a blankie and a book, or a book on my phone, is like heaven.
I have done that on several occasions.
But at that point, that wasn't an option, so gaming, and especially when, like, I like a lot of games where I can let my creativity out, because a lot of times I get artist block, and that for me is absolutely devastating. Like, there is nothing worse to me. It's like having an arm that you can't use. And so when I do have that block and I can't focus or do anything like that, I can still have a creative outlet where...
Really?
That's going to happen a lot in the beginning. I found another box, but I'm full. So I have to run back and drop it off. So having that other outlet is therapeutic almost.
Yeah.
Although a lot of my games didn't get into like these type of games. Like, I loved Mario, I loved Yoshi, I loved Cool Spot.
Okay.
I liked Zelda, but that was more of Dad's game. I didn't have patience.
That's fair.
Part of that I'm blaming on my ADHD.
Yeah. It was a difficult game anyway. Really. Especially for the time. Like in its time.
Oh, we got the second oxygen tank, second backpack, and the T-skeleton.
Cool.
Did not realize that.
I just needed titanium.
There's titaniums over here.
Oh, are there?
I'm gonna need more iron. That's fine. I'm gonna see if there's anything in that box. Yeah. What was the biggest thing about gaming?
It's tough. I mean, really,
You went tough on me, so suck it up, buttercup.
I think gaming leveled the playing field. Like, I was fairly athletic growing up, but like that wasn't something I wanted. I didn't aspire to be an athlete. Actually, I had very little interest. But you and your friends could sit around and play games for hours and hours and hours. And it didn't make a difference, you know. Skinny, fat, tall, short. Like, everybody was just kind of equal while they were playing.
Right.
All that mattered was your skill, and your skill was developed in practice. So I think it's a lot of what games have done for me, and probably like a lot of people. If you think about it, those kids that aren't really popular,
Absolutely.
they'll get on something like World of Warcraft and discover that there's a huge community of people that have no idea what you look like. Most of them have no idea what you sound like. Most of them have no idea what kind of person you are. All that matters is your character and what you play and how you play, and your personality through your gameplay builds relationships that last sometimes years, decades. And I think that's a lot of what people don't see about MMOs.
Oh, there's absolutely. There was a point where they had a Sims Online. Not like the app on the phone, but it was the actual game, Sims Online. And I loved it. Because especially if you were brand new, it was really confusing.
Yeah.
Like, I've been already playing Sims for a while, but like, when you're new to that type of thing, it was like really confusing. And they would take you under your wing, no questions asked, help give you supplies to start you off. And it was really cool to be included.
Absolutely.
I joke all the time that I was the misfit of misfits. I didn't fit into the misfits, but it was a very real thing for me.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, it was very isolating, especially when you go to a richer school, but you're not.
Yeah.
Like, Victor is a very rich man, and acts very, very much nice.
I get that. There was a lot of classes in my school too. Even though we were a really small, like, farming community, there was still a lot of classes stuff.
Yeah.
If you weren't wearing like Junko jeans, I know I'm dating us.
The Shaw.
You know, at A&F or
Mud.
yeah, then you just weren't worth. You just weren't worth socializing. And I think, like, Yeah, my the NES was the first system we had, and then I actually went backwards and got a Commodore 64,
I don't think I ever played that one.
and I learned how to code on that. Because you had to. It didn't have a Commodore 64 didn't have a graphic interface. So when you started up, it literally just said Commodore 64, and then it had a blinking blue cursor.
I would have been screwed.
And if you didn't know what to do with that, yeah, you just were screwed. But there was a wealth of information everywhere. Libraries had books that literally had computer programs you could type from the pages.
Now you're ageless. It wasn't just
libraries, right? Yeah.
Encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Or having to know how to look references up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the internet was a thing. Don't get me wrong. It was just that.
If you could afford it.
If you could afford it, yeah.
I remember my first computer. I wasn't allowed to have any games other than the games that are like with Windows software, like the Solitaire or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was set up in my dad's basement because we just moved back to Farmington at that point. And Dad bought me a desk, and I had a little side table for my printer that had the little pokey things because the paper for it had the tracks that you would tear off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it was allowed for homework.
The old dot matrix printers.
Yeah. It was allowed for homework. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Or practice typing.
Yeah.
And then I had a bookshelf next to it that had an encyclopedia set that my grandparents had bought me.
Yep. The T2 that you can.
Yes, I have. Just made my own.
My first computer, besides the Commodore, because I think it was my uncle found out that I had a Commodore, and he was really big into tech at the time too, and he actually bought us our first desktop computer in 1986. And it had Windows 95 on it. Pretty sure.
Of course, I had Windows 93.
I think we had 95 for the first go. And that was like whole world, because all the schools at the computer, or all the computers at the school were Apple.
Yes.
Well, Mac.
Yeah.
Apple.
Victor had all apples.
Yeah. The Apple IIs.
Like, I had used computers. We started using computers in... the second or third grade?
Yeah.
When we were using, like, Paint or the big floppy disks.
Yeah.
That were actually floppy.
5.5.
For, like, Oregon Trail and...
5.5.
For typing games. A little bit.
Our school, as far as I remember, I saw my first computers in school in middle school. Yeah, I saw my first computers in school in middle school. And no, not a lot. Well, because